Hello and welcome to the second episode of my poker tutorial. I just won a pot, which is nice. Oh, ace-10 second hand. Yeah, back on the 25-50 table with all the money I had the last time, like 113 something. And yeah, today I want to talk about odds a little bit more. Let's just raise this guy here. So, yeah, basically odds are, that's a nice flop. Let's just play this hand before I keep talking about odds. Okay. So basically odds tell you, what decision to make. So, you can basically mathematically decide what's the best, decision for you and your hand. So let's say you had a pair of aces against another guy who had two sevens. Then the odds of you winning are 80% at the river, on the river. So if the other guy goes all in and you call, you're 80% to win the pot. And this making aces always playable, of course. 80% tells you you have to play them. If it would be like, if it was like under 50%, you had to decide how big the pot is. You had to take that into consideration. So everything over 50% you have to play, and beyond that you have to take the pot into consideration. So you have to calculate pot odds. And how to do that I will tell you with an example. Like this one. I have king, queen of spades. The pot is 225 and I have to bring $1 into it. So basically the pot odds are something like, let's say, 40%. Yeah, something like 40%. So it's $1 into 225. I'm gonna call this because it's very cheap. It's not a good flop for my hand. Let's just check it. So now he's betting $2 into 5 tens. So I'm getting pot odds of, again, roughly 38% or something. Like close to 40% again. So it's not a lot actually. But I don't have anything, so I can draw. I can draw to 6 outs basically. Kings and queens. And this is 6 outs with one card are 2%. So I have 12% to hit on the turn, but I need 40%. So I'm folding that. With that said, there are also implied odds. So it's not just calculating what odds I have right now, but what odds are to come in the future. So basically on the turn I had these odds I told you, but it could have gotten more into the pot. Like he had 50 behind, so I could have gotten more out of him. And those are called implied odds. If you think you can get more money when you hit your hand or when you win the pot, then those are implied odds. So if I had like 40% right there with $2 into 5, I think, I would have needed to win at least, I don't know. You have to calculate the difference between what odds I had and what odds he gave me. So I had 12% to 40%, losing 28% with calling. So I had to about win 4 times the money I spent there. So like $8. I would have to have $8 implied odds, implied money, to make this a normal call, a not losing and not winning money call. So you win more than $8 basically out of him to make that call on the turn, on the flop, to see the turn. So those are called implied odds. I get it if you're very confused right now and don't understand a word I'm saying. I will repeat this over this exercise or this lesson, or however you want to call this 1 hour giveaway. And yeah, I will repeat to tell you what odds I have and how to calculate and how to make right decisions at a poker table mathematically. And yeah, there's a lot more in poker than just odds, but I think it's the most valuable thing to know, because calling stupidly and losing money all the time can really make you a losing player, even if you're a really good reader or something. So this is basically 50% pot odds he just gave him, and he called. Now there's a straight on the board, and both check. I don't see how you can check that with a 5-7. I would have better. Let's just raise here. So now anyone who wants to go into the board has to pay about 80% pot odds. That's 80% of 225 is 150. Except the big blind, of course, he only has to pay $1, which is 45% or something. Yeah, queen 5. Not really a hand I like. Yeah, that's good. Get a walk with queen 5 in the big blind is always good. To fold that. So the pot odds for filling up here are like 3-1. It's 75 cents versus 25 cents. So I'm getting odds of 33%. So that's pretty good. I mean, you should almost always fill up or raise the small blind if it's unraised before. Especially in tournaments or something like that. But it's not really a losing except you have an opponent who's really good and raises you all the time, then you can of course fold. But if it's like normal table at these limits, then you should almost always raise or at least call. But I prefer raising because a lot of the times they just fold and you don't give them the chance to hit something stupid on the flop. So raising in the small blind should be common for any winning player. Again, that's it if it's unopened before. If there was no raise, that's a nice hand. Maybe I now can get some value for raising before under the gun with the garbage hand. But no one saw that, unfortunately. Everybody folds. Okay, what can you do? Yeah, I'm getting nice hands here. And no one plays with me. Can fold that easily. So he's raising a little bit more to make the pot odds worse, but he's still called. Raising more always means you give your opponent worse pot odds. So basically you don't want him to call, or you want him to pay more money to see the flop, turn, or river. Can fold that. So if you're playing deep stacked, the implied odds are a lot more important to consider because you can win so much more money. Like if you have 4 normal buy-ins or two normal buy-ins behind you and behind everyone else. So that's why you basically have to watch everyone's stack. You have to be aware that someone is small stacked or big stacked or something like that, because you have to take into consideration what implied odds you're giving yourself. For example, you have a flush draw on the flop. It gives you 36%. You have 9 outs multiplied with 2 twice, so that's 36 roughly, with some backdoor draws or something else, whatever you have. And somebody, for example, gives you pot odds of 40 or 50% on the flop, like he bets half the pot. This means you should fold normally, because on the turn you can just hit your hand with a chance of 18%. So you would have to fold every single flush draw basically where someone bets. So you have to take into consideration what you will win from him after that, after you hit your flush or maybe you can bluff him out. That's also some odds you have to calculate. The chance you can bluff him. If he's very tight, you may bluff him a lot, and then you can make an easier call, or maybe raise him on the flop. That's what you want to take into consideration while making your decisions. But yeah, I would be careful to raise with a flush draw, because it's very common these days, and you have to know that your opponent is weak or something. You have to pick up on something to raise him. I would always prefer calling and then just see how it continues, especially if you have position on your opponent. If you're like one spot behind him or two. And you can make the later decision in each round, the second decision. Then I would like to call and see what happens. And maybe he just checks the turn, then you can make a bluff bet or something. I would like to raise if I have no position, trying to get it all in, more likely with a flush draw. Especially if it's a big pot already. And I wouldn't like to just call and put in half my stack and then have to fold on the turn if it pushes all in. That's what I would want to avoid. Everybody just folds to my raises. Oh, that's a bad hand. It's a pretty boring table until now. Yeah, what else is there about odds? You know that there are, let me just think, 4 multiplied with 13, 52 cards in each deck. That you hold 2, that makes 51. And 51 is basically the number you have to think about when you want to try to hit one card. Like, it's 1 divided by 51 for you to hit one card. So that's roughly 2%. 1 through 50 is 2%, 1 through 51 is like 1.99 or something. So for every card you want to hit, it's 2%. So if you have a pair pre-flop and you want to know if you can hit a set in the flop, then you have 2 cards that you can hit because you have a pair, and there are only 2 cards of this kind left. And then you have 3 cards in the flop. This means 3 multiplied with 2 is 6%, multiplied with 2 cards is 12%. So for hitting a set in the flop is 12% for every pair. It doesn't matter how big it is, of course. And yeah, and hitting it to the river is I think, let me just think. What do I want to say? Just fold this. What have I just said? 12%, then it is 16%. Yeah, it's 16% to hit a set to the river. So if you go all in pre-flop, it's 16% to hit a set. The reason that it is 20% to win against an overpair is that you have other draws as well. So you can make a straight or a flush or quads or something like that. So that's pretty bad. Don't even know why I called this. Just not getting any action. That's a nice turn card for me. At least I have some draw now. Just see what he wants to do with it. He wants to keep playing, but I think he's on a draw. Let's just bet 4 and he might fold. Don't think he has anything yet. Okay. And yeah, it's 16% to... Wow, I'm getting crashed with cards here. But no one wants to play. But what can you do? Oh, he's raising. That's pretty good, unless he has aces. I think I am still liking this. Let's go 30-75, raising $9. Don't want to lose him, of course, but I have to make it a little bit more expensive. Yeah, he's re-raising. If he has aces, well played. Can't do anything about that. Queens, wow. That's unlucky for him. Yeah, that's really unlucky for him. But I take it, of course, like the action. But to have it at this position, I mean, it plays automatically. He has to raise. He has to go all in. It's six-handed, and he's in the big blind, and I'm on the button. That's really unfortunate for us and unfortunate for him. But I'm taking these. I have lost a lot of these and had a lot of coolers, and so I'm not too worried about that. Just poker. These hands will come and go. Yeah, that's not how you make your money. It's nice to have it when you're trying to rebuild your bankroll. I have to say that, but this is 50-50. I would never fold queens there, I think. Only if the guy at the button is super tight. But even then, it's crazy to fold queens six-handed. Well, button versus blind battle. So, yeah, like that. Where was I? Talking about odds. Yeah, hitting a set is 12% in the flop, another 2% on the turn, and 2% on the river, making 16%. I mean, you basically just have to count cards that you want to hit, and then multiply it with 2 for each turn and river. This is pretty easy, I think, and I think a lot of you know that already. It has been said in a lot of poker shows, and this is the basic mathematical advice you will get anywhere. So yeah, and you don't really need to worry about the change when the flop hit. So like you only have 48 cards, then I think 47. Sorry, for the turn. You don't have to worry about that. It's still 2% because 1 divided by 47 is roughly 2.05 or something. So yeah, don't worry about these small things, and then you should worry about the rake first, because that's a lot more than these small changes. I will fold that. Don't know why he raises me. Last time I raised at the button I had kings, but what the heck, maybe he has a nice hand. Do I want to raise the queen deuce? No. I mean, it's a very tight table, I think. I've only been re-raised twice now. And I think one guy had queens, of course, and the other guy, I think, had a nice hand too. Re-raising me after I showed kings. Or he just picked up on that. I don't know. But I still think it's a tight table. A lot of folds. Not a lot of action going on. Oh, I'm kind of tired. I don't know. I got up too early this morning to make something for the university, creating a web design and stuff, and I come very far, working all day. And now I'm just taking a break, making this video, playing a little bit of poker. My brain can't take any more information, and so that's pretty nice to just play poker. And I think I can play without thinking too much. It's pretty much automatically how I play, unless there's a big part with like weird play from somebody else. I mean, this kings versus queens hand is automatically played. You don't have to think about that. At least not when you play for like 7. Oh, how long do I play? 6 years. Let's re-raise him here. For 6 years now, playing in all the casinos. That's not too good. Let's just bet 540. not a good flop, I think. Maybe it is. If he doesn't have an ace, it is, but otherwise, it's just bad. He's thinking, yeah. No, that was money giving away, but what can you do? With another flop hit, I think I could have taken it easily. Could have checked it at the flop. I mean, if I re-raise pre-flop, I'm never gonna check anything. Because I don't know what he had. He could have had all the hands. I mean, he's just raising at the button and then calling. I mean, he certainly isn't super bad. Doesn't have like 7 deuce offsuit or something. Can have ace something, rag, a small pair, king queen, queen jack suited or something like that. So I have to continue to bet him. Oh, there's a lot of action. Wow, ace king, ace king. What did we have? Queen 6 would have won. Oh, come on. I never seem to misclick in these hands. You guys have ace king and I have garbage and win the hand. I never seem to call them all in. I'm just kidding, of course. So yeah, I'm tired, but still playing my A game. Not my triple A game, but my A game. With triple A, I probably would have followed the king 6 suited there. Or I would have re-raised him on the flop. That would have been good too. Then he would have to think with this ace jack if he wants to put in all his money. But I think with these stacks and stakes, a lot of people just call with just any ace on the flop. I mean, you should call, of course. But with higher stakes, there are a lot of players who can fold ace jack. And I think they're... Wait, I get re-raised now. Do they know my hand? You should fold ace jack a lot of the times because it pretty much isn't anything that you can beat at that point when it goes all in. Unless you of course have a good read on the opponent and think he's bluffing. But I haven't seen too many good calls with ace jack on just an ace high flop. It went all in. Not a lot of them. So yeah, talking about odds, when I raised it to, I think 27, or he raised it to 27, I don't know. Then he's committed. He has put in half a stack, and even with queens. I mean, of course, if he knows I have kings, then he should have folded. Should have folded the queens, even when putting in 27, because he gets 50% pot odds, and he needed like 80% something to make it a valuable call. So then he should have folded, but all the hands he's beating, like jacks, ace king, even ace queen, tens. That's a nice card. That's why he should have called, and he called, and everyone should call in this position. And yeah, that's just odds thinking about what your opponent can have and calculating it into your decision. I want to call this at the button. My favorite hand, the jack 9. We really have to think about what your opponent is holding all the time. That's the most important. After knowing, oh, that's a nice flop. I like it if the 10 hits and he is like 6-9 or something. Let's call this. I'm still in position. Oh, that's a nice card as well. Unless he has 9-10, 370. I'm thinking about raising here because that's a flush draw and a lot of straight possibilities. But if he re-raises, I certainly have to fold, so I'm just calling. That's a good river. Yeah, he's probably gonna check now. I make it look like I had the flush draw and have nothing now. Just bet 9. Maybe he's calling with 2 9s, so ace 8 or something. Nope. Yeah, I got lucky there with the turn, but I mean, can I do? I had to hit something with the gut shot to the top or to the nut straight and 2 overcards. I want to call. This is not a good call to call an under the gun raise with king queen, but with the history of the last hand, I like to call him, so he might go crazy when I raise him again and just put it all in if I hit like 2 pair or something. Well, that's not a good call normally. It's just for the history we had. Like I raised him 3 times now in 10 hands, but that's not a good flop, and he's behind me, so I have to give this up. But if I could hit, I don't know, if there was a good flop for me, then I could have taken all this money because of the history, and I like to play against players I have history with. Like with this card, if a 10 now hits, he's never gonna give me king queen, and I'm re-raising him again, and yeah, you know what I mean. But I can't afford it to go to the river just for a gut shot, for a backdoor gut shot. That's insane. So with a little bit better flop, I could have gotten against him. So now there's 24 in the pot. Let's just see what pot odds they are giving each other. He has to bet now. 14. So it's 14 into 38. This is quite a small bet. It's like 30%, almost less. It's less than 30%. So he now has to think he has a full house or trip sevens or straight or something, or nothing. But I think he has something decent. I not paid attention what happened on the flop and turn exactly, but I think he has like 2 pair, a high 2 pair. I mean, with a 2 sevens or maybe even jack 9 or something, or a straight, and he had nothing, and he called with a 9. Wow, I'm bad. I should go to bed. I'm bad. That was a good call. He called with the 8-9. And he had nothing, and bet like 30% of the... No, he bet more of the pot, but he gave him 30% pot odds. That's pretty stupid. But I want to get some action too, so I'm raising under the gun again. But have in mind that doing this is not plus EV unless you can capitalize on it later. So I now hit something. I want to bet. I want to give him a free card. What can he have? He can have all the hands between 10s, all the pocket pairs, like 5s, 8s, 9s. He could have 8-9 and call for a gut shot. Could have ace-jack or something. Ace-queen even, ace-king. He could have ace-10, which would be bad. If he has 8-9, then he's gonna raise now, I think. Or maybe just call. Oh, I'm having a straight flush draw, but there's no card to come anymore. I want to check this. Maybe he has ace-king and checks behind. Or ace-queen or something. I don't think he can bet 1 pair. Ha! 8. Oh, sorry. I might just fall down. 8. He must have jack 10 or something. 8 is such a small amount. You see, it gives me almost more than 3-1. I want to see what he had. I think it's a bad call. Yeah, king 10. I knew he had a 10. That was bad, but I really wanted to see if he makes such small bluffs. And I had some showdown value as well with a 6. I think he could have made the exact same play with ace-king. That was kind of bad. Yeah, every raise was 4-6. Don't invest too much money like I did. That's an example for really bad played hand. I'll fold this. It was unfortunate that I had second pair with him hitting top pair and the flop, but still I could have just bet the flop and then checked it down and folded. That would have been better. But maybe I can capitalize on this, making such a bad call against someone. Maybe they saw this. and think I'm stupid or something. I like being the stupid one on the table. I get a lot more action this way. And that's a nice flop for my eights. Do I want to check? No, not really. I want to know what he has. If he's continuing, he has something. And I don't want to give him a free card. Like if he has king, queen or something. Oh man, I'm tired. So what else is there about odds? I think I pretty much told you everything you need to know. It's just that you have to get used to it. Just calculating in your head all the time. Thinking about your moves, what you're doing. Didn't I have the 8-6? No, 8-5. Like for example, oh, this is a really big pot. I mean, for these stakes at least. Yeah, he's now giving a minimum raise, which is bad, I think. And he's shoving queens against kings. Wow. I wouldn't have min raised with queens there. It's way too dangerous with the flush draw, all these small cards. And I got kings again. From her to me. Will he re-raise? Oh, that would be bad if you had queens again. That would be really bad. Raise 650, that's nice. Let's go 1675. I think that's enough. Yeah, he has a lot of money. I think I have to go 17. It's just because he has 180. He will call anything, I think. So, he's all in. Wow. Wow, 2 guys all in, I have kings. Wow, I have to call this. Can't fold. Wow. Come on. Yeah, nice. At least I got some of the money back. Wow, he won with ace king. Oh man. 3 guys all in, I had them crushed. He had 3 outs and he had 2 outs against me. So it was 5 outs. That's really unfortunate. 5 outs, it's 10%. Yeah, let's just call this for bad luck. And nothing there. Oh, that would have been this plus this, 214. 214.65. And the call I just made, 216. Oh, that would have been nice. To quadruple up in like 30 minutes. But yeah, what can you do? And he's always raising, and I don't like this. I have a not so decent hand, but I can see a flop with that. So if he decides to call, let's just see. Ah, he's re-raising. Why does he re-raise now? I just showed the nuts basically every hand. I had kings twice. Maybe he has a good hand. Not running so well after this. And this would have been great. But what can you do? I mean, it's poker. Worse hands will win eventually. I'm just hoping the next time I will win. At least the other guy didn't win against me, and then he would have had all the money. So I'm not in the red right now. Still up $12. Let's raise this. This was sick. The guy had queens against kings twice. And he deserved to win one there, but I hated that it was against me. It's just bad. And I have 10. How many big hands did I have? And I just made $12 out of it. I should have been up 200 right now. It's insane. No action there. It's almost better if you don't get action, because you can lose money. And yeah, let's just give them 9s. Why not? Now raise. Come on, Jameis. Nice. Call. Call in the... Yeah, nice. Now I can raise to 550. Because I want to raise more, because more money is in the pot because he called. So I'm giving them the same odds, basically. but I get more money in the pot and I can make a bigger bet, and that's an awesome flop for my hand. So I can just hope no one has like a set or a straight here. I don't think anyone has a bigger pair than mine. We will see eventually if he has a set. Wow, he calls. Wow, he must have 7s or 8s, I think. I have to bet this. It's not a full bet. I will make him believe I don't have it. But I have to bet this. He must have 7s or 8s. Yeah. And he folds. I think he must have had some sort of straight draw and a small pocket pair there to call this 11. So I'm playing the rush now. This is a bad hand. I have no position, but I'm just playing the rush. Nothing happening there. Don't want to lose any more money, so I'm folding. Yeah. I tend to play rushes from time to time, rather than Doyle Brunson's book. if you're winning like 2 or 3 hands in a row, just play the 4th, whatever it is. Just play it. Because the people think you will go crazy or something. Or put you on the wrong hand because I just saw 3 big hands and then think you have another big hand or something. It's not a great hand, but it's suited and connected. And there's only one guy in position against me who is out right now, so I can basically, I can take it. It's really a bad hand. But we are now fighting back. I would like to have as much as him and then play against him some random hand where all the money goes in. Because I think he puts money in very easy. Not because of the 2 queen hands. I don't think he can do anything there, but I mean I just saw him play 38 minutes, but what I've seen, it looks like he likes to put the money in the pot. It's not the worst of them, but he certainly likes to play. Like you can see, he thinks every hand and often calls or raises. And he's from Taiwan. That tells you everything. Call on the button means nothing basically. Could be any hand. It's more than nice flop, I think. Could have a pocket pair, then again I'm crushed, but yeah, you can always pick that up. I like those flops where no one can hit anything. I can fold this. Oh, this hand really, let's just see. Wow, that's good pot odds. I get 125 and I have implied odds for all their stacks because everyone's in the pot and he will eventually call too. So it's 5 people to the flop, and that's basically the most crappiest flop for my hand. I'm just looking for the hand with the kings. What is it? Oh, it's sorted by pot. Then it should be easy to find. Oh, I think I just have ace-9 on the button. Okay, one bet. Yeah, let's just fold this. When the pot is as big as 216.15, everybody was pretty much committed. just replay it pre-flop. Folding Jack 6. He's just calling with his queens. Wow. Oh no, he had ace king, he's just calling with ace king. And he's raising 650, which is fine. With queens on the button. Oops. And I'm going to 1775 and he went all in there, I think. 50, yeah. So now everybody has the pot outs to go with his hand, except maybe him. But he has queens, so he won't fold. And I have to call. I mean, I'm running 33 against him and the rest against him. This is a fold. Yeah, pretty much. Was a nice flop for my hand. Didn't have a spade, but still. Yeah, okay, what can you do? But that was an automatically played hand as well, I think. The guy with the queens maybe could have folded, thinking one of us had to have aces or kings, committing ourselves to the pot that much, but with six-handed, it's just... If you don't want to play a queen six-handed, then what you gonna play? Ace 5 suited on the button. I like these kinds of hands on the button, because they're drawy and you always have position. And can keep the pot small if you have a big draw, or make it big if you want to, or I don't know. Can play the hand as you like, so I'm always gonna play this on the button. Unless it's too expensive, of course. I'm not getting the right flops. Yeah, I can fold this. I mean, you can argue to raise there because it's unlikely he has anything, but tried that 2 times now and it didn't work, so I'm just gonna fold this. A lot more action going on right now. Yeah, you see just Puma called again. He has nothing against action. I think he's bluffing too. I don't think he has it. I think he just wanted to pick up the money and now is making a continuation bet. What does he want to do? Well, he's shoving. I think it's the bluff, or maybe, I don't know, ace queen. Not so sure about that. I would call with ace queen or higher, definitely. But anything else? Hard to say. So he was just trying to pick it up, I think. My reads are not too good. Last time they were better, I don't know. But maybe I am a little bit too tired. But still, I think I can win on this limit. I wouldn't want to play 5-10 or something like that right now. This is just ABC poker. Just play your good hands and make a raise from time to time. Try to pick up something. I had a lot of big hands though. I mean, look at it. Kings, kings, nines. What else did I have? Oh, I can't find any. Oh, there are jacks, queens. Yeah, I think I had 10s and 8s and something else as well. I want to raise with the king 9 off on the gun. I like either really low cards that are connected or really high cards. I don't like this king 9 middle. I don't know. I think you're gonna lose too much with them. Like if you hit 10 jack queen and somebody has ace king, or if you had a king and somebody has king 10, king jack, king queen, you're always gonna lose money. So I don't want to play this. That's nice. 1 into 335, so I'm getting almost 4 to 1 with a suited ace. That's not good for me. So he's making a pot-sized bet and he's raising, so I can fold. But a pot-sized bet on this flop against 2 players tells you that he really has to have something decent, yeah, and he's putting him all in almost. And he's just calling. That's weird. Yeah, no, of course he's betting. He has to call, you can't fold now, you're getting 3 to 1. How can you call? And no, he's even better. He's only got 27. Now he's folding for 27. What the frick? That was bad. That was really bad. Either put it in on the flop or call the turn or something. I don't get it. Why call the flop for 40 bucks and then fold on the turn? That's really bad. It's like you want to give money away and he's from Germany. Oh my god, how embarrassing. I would never do that. And I'm folding this. This is the hand I hate the most. Jack 6. What do you want to get with this? Like 3 6s on the flop. He's playing a lot and raising a lot. Let's just pick him up. I think he has nothing right now. I'm gonna call him if he's betting. Let's just see. Yeah, that's a good card. 16. Let's call him. Yes! Oh, sorry for being loud. That was a pretty pretty great play on my part. Just let him bet with his king high. Oh, I like this. I like winning when I'm right. I knew it that he didn't hit it or that he didn't have anything. He just wanted to outplay me. And this big bet this big bet on the river told me exactly that he had nothing. He just wanted to pick it up. Nice. I think I can win my money back in the last 10 minutes. Just need to play against them a little bit more. It's unfortunate that always the players who play the most are in front of me and I never have position on them. Unless I'm on the button. But I think I can outplay him without position. Like I did there. But if you don't have position, just check and let him bet. And pick him up. Don't try to raise. I mean, if I had raised, he would have folded. Anyway. So just try to pick him off. If you know he's beat. Oh, wow, he's bad. Wow, Jack King for all his money. Oh my gosh. I definitely want to play. Now he has less money than me. He was so lucky. He had 160 at some point. I definitely want to play against him. I wouldn't go so far to tell you to pick on players. But if somebody really is out of his mind and plays so freaking bad, I would try to play against them. And keep the pot small so they can't outluck you. And then just pick him off. And try to win all their money. On small steps. Like I did there. I mean, how much did I win? Like 30? 25 to 30 out of him? And I just have to do this 3 or 4 more times and then he's bankrupt. Oh, I like these more than just having aces against random blah and then getting lucky or getting not lucky. I like to just pick him off where I know I have him beat, and this way I can control my winnings and losings a little bit better, especially with my bankrolls being such low right now. I mean, it's only 170 right now. It's a joke to even play on this limit, but I know I can do it, so that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because it makes sense to play with $50 on a 25-50 cent table. I just know that I can double and triple up if I'm getting a little bit lucky, and then I can continue from there. And I don't really want to invest more right now. I mean, I don't want to put in $300 or something. And I don't want to play low. That's the point why I'm playing 25-50. I don't want to play 10 cents, 25 cents. It's too low. It's just I don't think I can play my A game there. Just not real money to me then. Just raising $1 or something. No thanks. I have to play with something of worth. Well, this is basically my beginner's level. This is when I'm trying to rebuild. I'm more into 50 cents, $1. I just thought I folded Jack 9, but I never fold Jack 9, so this couldn't be. I'm more into 50 cents, $1. I think I played the most online at 50 cents, $1. Because it's really nice. You can make enough money to live on if you just play a couple of hours a day. And there are also really, really bad players. Not as much as on this limit, but close to it. So that's aces for you. Nice. Just boomer. Just raise. No, he's folded. That's bad. No, I'm not gonna get any money. Maybe from Germans. Yeah, he's raising all the time. And he's calling, maybe? And then I'm raising? No. Let's just make it just plain 5. Let's just go straight to it. He's calling. Not so much into that flop. I don't know. Could have an 8. Could have flush draws, straight draws, triple draws. That's a nice card. It's just... This is a strange play for you now. I'm gonna check this. Because I think he's gonna either bet or not call anything. Okay. Now I have to think. I put him on a flush draw, that's why I thought he would bet. But he could have a jack, maybe. Let's just bet 20. Yeah! I'm gonna win this. I'm so sure I'm gonna win this. Yeah, he's mucking. He had a jack. I was just saying, no, I don't have anything, but I can bluff you. So please just don't call me. That's exactly what he did. And you think he had a jack? Yeah. King jack. That's nice. Yeah, but I would have liked him to bet the turn because he might think I didn't have anything. Then kings again. What's going on? Then he would think where was I? I'm sorry. I just lost everything. Where was I? I would have liked him to raise. Yeah. So to bet it, so I could have re-raised him and then gotten it all in on the turn maybe. But now there's a new hand, and he's thinking about re-raising maybe. Oh, he's just calling. That's a nice flop. I have both suits covered as well. Taking some outs away, giving me a backdoor flush draw to the second nuts. And I have to bet this. Just hoping he doesn't have a set. Just see what happens. Maybe he even has 9s or 10s. Nope. But I'm gonna take this. It's nice. $5. Better than losing money. Not too worried about people folding, I'm just worried about people shoving all in with garbage. So yeah, I think checking me there either got me the $20 on the river, because I don't think he would have called twice. I don't think he would have called the turn and the river. It's just king jack on a jack 8-8 board. Against him, I would have definitely bet all the way down, and hopefully he would have raised at some point. Against him, I would have done it. Against him, I'm not so sure if he had called it, because he folded earlier on the river for just $27 on that told me that he's more like fishy, and you have to be worried that he folds immediately with just a jack or something. And I also saw he had a flush draw, so I was thinking maybe he wants to bet it to get me out. But I was wrong there, but on the river I knew he had a jack, not betting on the turn. I mean, I didn't know, of course, but I was like 90% or more sure of it, that he had a jack with some sort of kicker. Well, that's how you want to make your decisions. Decide what your opponent has and then make a decision. Don't just do the same thing all the time. You have to, first of all, you have to vary your play to change it and not being like the same player all the time. Just gonna call this for set value, obviously. That's not a set and not exactly a great flop. Yeah, easy fold. So that's how you want to make your decisions. Just getting all the information you can. Like I said, poker is a language. You have to listen to them to understand what they're doing and what they're trying to do and what hand they might have and everything. And then I would have liked to call it if he had called it. I like the 6-7, but not anymore. Oh, that's a big pot if he's gonna call as well. The ace demo, that is. That's gonna be a big pot. But I like to have the last decision there and not just call and then have a re-raise behind me and then have to fold anyway. So just giving money away. That's not what I like a lot. So we just have 3 minutes to take the 100 of just Puma. Maybe there will be another hand where he wants to play against me. But I'm more than satisfied with just the 90 bucks I have right now. That's a nice loan for just 1 hour of playing. I mean, it's 25.50. You don't even get 90 bucks an hour if you play 2-4 sometimes. I like the king 10 of clubs. And it's only 3/5, so I'm getting 50% product. So I will just call this and hope for this flop. No, I'm just gonna hope he doesn't have a nut flush draw. Or nut flush. Maybe he has a pair of queens with a queen of clubs, then he's drawing that. Almost. Let's just raise him to 18. Don't want to make it obvious that I have the flush. He's not gonna believe me either way, but he's calling. I think he has the ace of clubs, the queen of clubs, with maybe a pair of some kind. I'm gonna make him decide for all his money. Can't call this. Really. Either has to push or fold. I don't want to see another club on the row. Rather taking the 44 in the pot. Have to call this. No club. He had aces with the ace of clubs. Wow. Wow, I'm running good. Wow, that's really a bad flop for him. I would never fold this in my life against the player on the button. Or was I even on the button? Yeah. Well, and this is the second last hand. I will sit out next big blind, making it a full hour as always. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about odds or something, just tell me in the comments below. And oh, nice hand. Let's just play this. We made a nice 170 bucks, at least right now, and that's it. Yeah, 170 something, 71, 74. I'm LG, and this is lucky poker. I have to say this. We were unlucky once against this guy, of course, but overall this hour was very lucky. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.